How's that? Can you guys hear that? Or I don't know if there's, can you guys hear that or not? I don't know if that fucking worked. And I'm sorry I couldn't see your guys' chat. But yeah, so, sorry about that. Thank you guys. I just now got to your chat. Sorry about that. Excellent. Like I said, I was Renee, Sean, Smooth, Bryce, Sarah, how you guys doing? Susie, Betsy, Lavera, how you guys doing? Doing good, everybody. I expecting baby girl. Yes, I am. Thank you, Renee. Yeah, so I did the debunk. There's a couple different things I want to talk about. I did a debunk on the Utah UFO drone, and apparently that pissed some motherfuckers off, and I had to. Savannah's doing good, Susie. Thank you. I had to put out a second video. Unfortunately, I couldn't fucking believe that. You know, when I mean, it was like literally there are videos where I'm like, oh yeah, it's clearly a bird. You know, I don't know what the comments or the like situation is on the second debunk video. I don't even really care to check it out. I'm, you know, whatever. But I just know from the first video, motherfuckers got pissed, dude. Like they get fucking mad, right? Smooth, yeah, Smooth agrees. He knows what's up. Savannah is doing great actually. But yeah, fucking they got mad as a motherfucker. I was like, dude, it's just a bird video. Like, it's okay. It's like, this is what blows my mind. Okay, debunking a UFO video for every UFO believer out there, you guys, should not hurt you. It shouldn't bother you. What should bother you is if you're believing in a video that doesn't show a UFO. That you know, when you're being a fool. Okay, I'd much rather be disappointed than be a fool. You know? What up, Zach? Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it, man. Yes, absolutely, dude. Can't wait. Gonna have a little baby girl, Andromeda. So, yeah, you know, I mean, that's why I've been banned from more than one UFO channel on YouTube. Exactly. And I understand people don't like calling you out. You know, you don't want to get called out on your shit, which makes total sense. But the truth is, it's like when you want to know what you're actually looking at, you know, when you want to trick yourself into it, fuck it. What's the point of that, man? You know, fuck all that. Yeah, Smooth Bias is saying debug equals banned, right? So yeah, and another thing I was wanting to discuss was the what up, Kenny Rogers? Fuck, I love that name. Oh shit, dude. It was, I actually had a fascinating encounter with Kenny Rogers, dude. And fucking in Las Vegas, dude. And I ended up like gushing, like I flipped out like a girl, like a fucking, like I was like, I'm Kenny Rogers! Oh shit, dude, I love your chicken! Like I was going, it's a gambler. So embarrassing, man. Did you see the what up, Blake? What up, Brent? Did you see the Blake or the fucking the debunk the fucking yeah, the NATO video, right? Yeah, how could you not know that was a fucking fake video, dude? Of course it was fake, dude. Duh. Or they do fake or just fool themselves. They just fool themselves, simply. Honestly, your second video was the only one I saw that convinced me it was a bird. Thank you, Bryce Z. Well, I mean, you know, most of the fucking subscribers here will, you know, instantly be like, oh yeah, it's a bird, you know. But you know, yeah, you know, did you see the debunk on the UN vid? Yes, absolutely. You know, I you know, like, how could you not know that was obviously fake? You know, your question is why? Because it's for a fucking commercial, dude. What are you talking about? Of course, of course they put a lot of effort into it. So, like It's an ad. Fucking um uh yeah, oh yeah, dude. You know, the thing is fuck, they do that shit all the fucking time, dude. You know, like it'll be like a production company from Yugoslavia. Okay, like, well, from Yugoslavia, and this like a team of like 3 dudes will fucking are sitting there, you know, doing computer effects for whatever. They'll do it for an ad for this or for that. China does it all the time for fucking. They even do it with like superhero movies where they're like having CCTV footage of angels teleporting people, like, just they do shit like this for advertising and other shit like that. It's fucking, you know, I mean, it works, dude. You know, the Pentagon video was fake too. Of course it was fake. What's up, proof and proofers? How you doing? Happy debunking day, everybody. Aha, right, like a boss. Wait, you know, I mean, of course that shit was fake, you know, but still, when they try to do, you know, just makes it harder when you've seen things yourself, but I always wonder if it's ours or others. Oh, that's absolutely true. What up, Gunter? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, you know, and I thought fucking, the thing is like, I thought it was dope that Third Phase of Moon put out the fucking debunk on it. You know, like, that's where I first heard of the video. I'd heard of it, but I was like, yeah, no, it's fake. I'm like, just hearing it, I'm like, yeah, duh, you know. But it was actually watching Third Phase of Moon and their video on it that I'm like, oh, so, and I did some research into it. I was like, oh, okay, let's see, you know. But excuse me. Yeah, some of the guys who put it out through fucking like Disclosed TV and shit like that, you know, or fucking some stupid ad agency or fucking whatever the fuck it is. Oh yeah, they do, man. You know, Susie Danny wants the Third Phase gets great interviews. Yeah, they do. Extraterrestrial aliens, UFOs, rule on Ufoproof. That's right. Thank you, Renee. Over DC, you bet your ass I would have seen it. Well, exactly. You see, you know, and that's a problem. Fucking everything, man. Do you remember when you thought the man on the? I can't see your. Oh, sorry, I can't see your. Oh, there's my mouse. I can't see. I got some that popped up, man. Do you remember when you thought the man of flying hover jetpack was fake? Do you still? Of course, that's not fake, dude. I put that out a while ago. That's not fake, dude. Nah. No, I had to. Yeah, I put that out a while ago. Exactly. Yeah. No. Fucking. And that's definitely real. You know. But. Oh yeah. Even the. And that's the thing. Even the best of us, dude. You know. Goddamn. I have all these stupid fucking messages like popping up when I. Damn thing. I keep blocking your guys' comments. God damn it. We should all question every UFO video. Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, Dean Meter's interest. Oh, that's a stupid thing. Of course, yeah. No. I actually seen some actually really cool stuff with some of those like hover packs and shit, man. And how come Third Phase never put out a video on this fucking Utah drone, dude? I was shocked you guys didn't put a video out on that, or did you? I didn't fucking see. I don't remember seeing one. But sorry, you guys. I'm trying to close all these stupid fucking messages. Oh, God damn it! I'm sorry. I can't even see. There we go. Hang on. Sorry, you guys. I'm trying to close all this shit out. Sorry. Oh, Jesus Christ. Finally. All right, there we go. What's the join button homepage? Is it open to all? Join button homepage on Third Phase. It's like a subscription thing. You thought jetpacks were fake count? No, not jetpacks, you idiot. Fucking Flyboard Air. In fact, and I found out the video that I was using was a fake video. So they used it to film the commercial, but they're like, the product was real, but the video that you were fucking debunking was a fake video. And I was like, oh, well, it makes sense. You know, they ended up emailing me and I emailed them back and shit. And they're like, no, the video was fake. We were doing it for our shots. And so they're like, you were debunking. They're like, we probably shouldn't have, made it like that. But they're like, yeah, it kind of helped us promote it, So I'm like, hey, fucking good on them, dude. So that was pretty cool though. Third phase is saying, no, we didn't want to cover the Utah drone video. It was way overblown. There's tons of better UFO footage than that. Thank you. Thank you. Of course, they emailed me, dude. Yeah, I had to email me, Um, no, they were cool about it, man. Oh yeah, and what Third Phase is saying is, no, we don't want to cover the Utah drone video. It was way overblown. There's tons of better UFO footage than that. Absolutely, I agree 100%. And yeah, it was super, super overblown, dude. And it's a good thing you didn't, because these motherfuckers went crazy on this shit. They're like, that's the greatest UFO video. I was like, this is literally like, how can you not tell that was not? I mean, it was like fucking banking and shit, like a. So, sometimes like our community just fucking it's upsetting sometimes, man. Fuck. What up, Peter? How you doing? What up, Derek? Fucking stupid ass birds, fucking people, man, terrible. Don't forget there is a link. Any of you guys want to join? I'll post it again for you. Oh wait. Perfect. There we go. So anyway, yeah. So I think Reddit got the Utah thing way hyped up. Oh yeah, probably, dude. And then I think that's probably is like, a lot of times that fucking happens, man. Going to yes, when I saw it banking, then I thought, well, this ain't no alien tech, right? Fucking exactly. I don't know. See, Third Phase never replied. Thanks for being kind, Proof. Yep. I mean, it's just a join button, Susie. Of course you can join, or it's just you're the one motherfucker who can't join. All right. Everyone tell Susie to fuck off. Right? Of course you can join. Go over there and click the button. Of course you can join. I don't know how much it costs to join the Ufoproof. I have no idea. I've never actually clicked on that before, but want to find out. Why bother? He doesn't answer. Which video are you discussing? Manez912. We're just talking about the Utah UFO drone video, which was obviously I debunked into a bird and everyone else, Kyle's the best authentic ufologist, an awesome UFO storyteller and narrator, such a good talent, personality, nice dude, has funny comedian side to him, has shown some hilarious funny video. God damn it, that's the best comment ever, dude. I wish I could highlight that motherfucking. Okay. Everyone who's watching this, go read Renee Cruz's comment. I don't fucking know how she knows me that well, but it's fucking 100% correct. Thank you, Renee. You're such a sweetie. Thank you so much. No, but for real, the video is clearly a bird, especially when you actually analyzed it, And what was sad was the guy's like attempt to debunk my debunk and going through all his using the math. I was like, wow, his math's totally fucking wrong. I don't know what this guy's talking about, but look at that. There's the another face said hi. See? There you go. I believe that it was CGI, but your video convinced me that it was not CGI, but a bird. exactly. Gave me during some of my investigations. They say this object, then it either disappeared or shot off at the right angle. Yeah, thank you, Peter. Look at him turning red. That's right. Red with fucking love. I just want to fucking pick you up and kiss you, fucking squeeze you, fucking rub you, and break your neck. Drink it. So yeah, UFO cloaked as a bird, right? Thank you, Don. Thank you. Yes, exactly. Right. It's like, oh yeah, and apparently this UFO actually needs to obey the laws of physics here on Earth and has to bank and shit like that. Like, all right, dude. You know. Uh oh, yeah, I love Pepsi too. Fuck. So the title to the video right now, this live event, is called FML, UFO Proof Life. That stands for fuck my life. So fucking disappointing shit happened, and fucking so fucking frustrating, and just I'm so fucking mad. You guys, you know, cool guy, you know. Fucking pissed, dude. I had a bunch of work. Fucking gone, dude. And it's fucking sucks so bad, dude. And it's like I have to fucking redo a bunch of bullshit, man. We had over 50 earthquakes in this morning due to the fact that the military was doing major military operations bombing on the Mauna Kea. It actually caused a 4.8 earthquake. The whole house was shaking. What the fucking awesome. That's coming from Blake and Brent, third baseman. That's fucking awesome. God damn, dude. I wish I would have been there for that. Fuck, dude. Would have been cool. Oh man, man, that's fucking cool. I wish you guys got some video of that shit. That'd be awesome, man. Um, um, oh man, you have no idea, Peter. Wow, fucking suck. Unbelievable. Yeah, um, that's right. So now it's like I got to do a bunch of, or attempt to do a bunch of work. It's fucking sucks. They don't frack in Hawaii though, right? Singles opening up all over. PA, lots of frackers too. Yeah, fracking sucks, man. You know, room sucks. Thank you, Renee. This sucks. Yeah, fuck. So, anyway, there was a couple different instruments and stuff that I was looking at and researching stuff online. You know, I think there's ways to detect a UFO, and I think the military already has ways of detecting it. Whether they did it intentionally or they found out accidentally, I don't know. But I think that there's a system that can be put in place that we could detect UFOs and track them, and there's a couple different concepts that I was thinking that could be what would be possible. And what I'd like to do, you know, being live or whatever, is get your guys' opinions on what you think we could use to track detect a UFO. So get a thermal camera, no good. So already gone through thermal cameras. Now you can have a thermal camera as a part of it, all right? But if a craft is using a gravitational field to travel, you're not going to pick up heat from it, you know? And what if their propulsion simply doesn't put out heat, you know? Right there. No, it's actually Cyndi Lauper, but yes, I got ICP. Of course it is, dude. Yeah, dude. What up, Mr. Blackspoon? You to violate our earth in the name of profit until we stand up. That's how. get a thermal camera. You know, see, like I think there's got to be a couple different ways, like using different radar, like lidar or quantum radar, like the Chinese are using. I think might work. You know, yeah, light bends around the craft, so that could be they could be in front of you and you wouldn't even know they're there. Correct, Gunter. And you know, with that being said, I'm like, there's got to be a way to detect them. So could there be a way to reconfigure an interferometer, like what they like the fucking the large interferometer that they use to detect gravitational waves with? All right, could you reconfigure something like that to detect gravitational waves from a craft? I don't know, because you know how precise it has to be. It doesn't seem like it could be moving, so that you know might not work. But uh, and what happens? What happens if you like you're using a laser rangefinder? Okay, so you're using a laser rangefinder. Now you have a craft. It has this gravitational field surrounding. He's floating through the air, the atmosphere, and you hit it with a infrared or you hit it with a laser rangefinder. Does the beam return? You know, I mean, that's how you calculate how the distance on something is. The you know is times the speed of light times two is you know how far something is. And it does, you know, I mean, so would the light detect back? Would it be bent around like the light around the fucking sun or whatever? It shouldn't even come back. So it's like you couldn't really use the rangefinder, I wouldn't think. Some light, like ultraviolet UV rays, are not likely to be stopped. You know, isn't that infrared like a mile long? Correct. You know, and it has to be like stationary, but it's the only way I'm trying to think of other ways to detect gravity fields. You know. Gunter saying, I think the laser would curve around the craft. Most likely, you know. Gandalf the White, 90% of UFOs are either man-made or atmospheric phenomenon, correct? I think it's actually more like fucking like 98 or something, but listen, the truth is fucking, it doesn't even need to be 2%. Literally just one UFO and we win, game over. Yeah, it doesn't even have to, you don't even have to have a percentage, dude, you know? It could just be one, you know? See, now Zach's making a good point. He's saying, and you would see that if the laser curved around it, you know? You should be able to see that. You should be able to see the curved laser. But wait, well, hang on, wait. Why is that? Now, if it's having its own gravitational field, actually, you could hit it. The curve, you might not even. You might not actually see where it actually curved because of the curvature of its own gravitational field. It might look like it's going through nothing. It might look like it's just continuing on. It might not even affect it from your perspective, you know? I don't know. That's interesting. You know, you'd probably have to be observed from a different perspective, you know, but uh it's still awesome to find military UFOs that they are working on. That's fucking true. Absolutely. I think by setting up a line of let's say 100 lasers in a row, you could see a shape. You know, something like that, man. Shoot a high power giant paintball. Right there. Don has the fucking answer. That's what I like. See, now he's thinking. Bends light and time. No, that's true. That's absolutely true. It does bend light and time, you know, but you have to consider the perspective of how you're viewing something, you know, for it to fucking for you to actually it because it might appear to you that it's actually passing right through. You might not see a deviation in it because it has its own gravitational field. But there again, we'd have to see what happens when you actually do that, you know. Uh like the deviation for, I think it'd have to be how powerful the gravitational field is to actually, you know, before it would deviate the laser beam light, you know. Who knows? That's kind of interesting though. If aliens use magnetic propulsion, we could randomly shoot lighted magnetic bullets at them and stick them, right? That's one way too, right? I'm a little high, by the way. Aren't we all? I still agree with Don. You gravitational field or not, you ain't getting away from the paint. You know, another way would be, oh goddamn, I got fucking. Another way would be to use atomic clocks and see if time is shifted. How would that predict it? You know, I understand how, you know, time dilation works, but I don't see how you could do that to predict it. Magnetic propulsion, that can be detected. That's true, absolutely. You know, we've got to think. All right, so you've got to be able to detect at least. Okay. You know, I mean, not being able to detect something coming from the craft is in violation of the like laws of thermodynamics. You'd think you think it would have to radiate something. However, Bob Lazar claimed that their fucking thermionic generator was in fact 100% efficient, which is obviously against the, you know, laws of thermodynamics, but it, you know, I mean, that's interesting. So you'd need a few of those clocks in a row to notice. You could probably build your own magnetic anomaly detector with an array of solid state magnetometers. That's true. I wonder if you could. Use kind of like a laser sensor when they're, you know, when you use a photo sensor or a photo transistor. Hey, what up, that one nerd? If you were like running a laser beam to it and something cuts the laser beam, it sends a signal or whatever. I wonder if you could set up a bunch of those with a bunch of like CubeSats in a constellation and see if one of them, if something breaks through it. I used to love Lazar. Now I just don't know anymore. Oh, you know, I believe in Lazar. You know, I still got questions about a lot of this shit. But there's so many things about that guy that make him like fucking like yep, that's the kind of guy I would hire for that kind of job. You know, he fucking like, you know, I'm looking at it from like a not, you know, like he's, and I'm not talking like, oh yeah, because we could frame him for stuff. No, not at all. I'm talking about like he was doing theoretical physics and building particle accelerators in his backyard and in his bedroom, being that he both was doing theoretical physics and mechanical engineering. These two sciences, these two disciplines are completely separate. You need both of them to make a machine like CERN, the large, large particle accelerator. You need that one. You need these two disciplines combined together to make something like that work. A theoretical physicist can't build CERN, doesn't have the mechanical engineering background, doesn't know it. And mechanical engineering doesn't know the math necessary, all right? Mechanical engineers approximate, where theoretical physicists need to be exact. So there's a huge difference. And the two are two totally different sciences and disciplines. And however, Bob Lazar, for whatever reason, liked doing both, and he did both well, you know, and he's really smart. He liked to use, you know, he could come up with stuff on his own and then produce it, you know. He's the exact kind of guy you would fucking want, all right? Trust me, thinking you're gonna go get a dude from MIT or from Dartmouth with no or with a fucking with a master's or with a fucking a PhD or something, impossible. Okay, when people do that, they want everyone to know. Okay, that's why they want PhD right next to their name, so everyone can know, look what the fuck I did. All right, that's, you know, they don't want motherfuckers like that. They need to keep it down. They're gonna look for good physicists from local or smaller schools and shit like that. People who don't have PhDs, who aren't trying, you know, and trying to get them from a bunch of different areas. He was involved with propulsion, lasers, photography, computers, a bunch of different disciplines, which this makes the guy the perfect candidate for a position like that. If I was looking for someone, that would be the guy I would fucking hire, you know? And the thing is these guys profile motherfuckers, all right? They profiled him and they're like, you know what, dude? He might crack. He might even crack, but we got to get some fucking new blood in here, you know? Because obviously these fucks can't finish it, you know? They got to get some different stuff in their new blood. And he was a young guy willing to do all these different ideas. And I think he had the I think that would be the motherfucker I would hire. You got to consider there's different ways of viewing stuff, you know. And then there's Bob Lazar's story. Then there's a story that, you know, everyone's like, he always tells the same story. That's true, but there's other stuff that people don't even know about that has always been the same. And unless you're doing real hardcore research, dude, like I was actually reading an interview with Bob Lazar from people who are going to write a script on the Bob Lazar story, but never did. So it's not about the script. It's about just them interviewing him for the script to write the story out. And I heard years later of him making mention of stuff where he gave the exact same answers that he did from that fucking one little interview of, you know, so it's like the guy's, I totally believe he's legit. And that's literally what fucking happened. And whether he fucking, his education is irrelevant to me. All right. The fact that he can do it is what matters. All right. Just like George Knapp pointed out, the fucking education of Snowden was irrelevant. A lot of these guys, okay, when you got to understand something, when like when they have DEFCON, all right, the computer hackers convention and shit, all right, do you realize how many defense agency, DARPA, fucking general Pentagon people are there trying to recruit these fucking kids? These kids are fucking dropout, loner, losers, whatever the fuck, hackers. And they don't have to be educated, you know, they don't have to go to school. And these guys get the most important security clearance in the fucking world. All right. And it's like, you got to understand. And some of them never even went to college. They just, oh, I didn't go to college, but I can code like a motherfucker. You know, your education is irrelevant. It's what you can do. You know, it's like, that's what matters. You know, it's fucking, you know, knowledge. You know, Bob owned a nuclear electronic components company. Well, he owns fucking a United Nuclear, which is a fucking he sells scientific supplies. John Hutchinson's is amazing too. Yes, he is. I wanted to lick his head. It's just too bad that Bob Lazar didn't tell us how many neutrons the stable element 115 has. That is the one thing he never said, how many neutrons the stable isotope of element 115 has. Well, how could you, unless you are sitting there, you know, reading out the fucking, the isotopes, unless you're, you know, counting them, and that's not his job. You know, you have to have machines to be able to do something like that, to count the elements and isotopes of something. You have to have particle accelerators, and you have to have like different. That has to be your job to do that stuff. Not when you're doing propulsion and shit like that. Like that's literally, it's not your job. Okay, the guy who's working on the engine for or a scramjet, all right? The guy who's building a scramjet doesn't need to know the chemistry of the jet fuel. That's not his discipline. He has no need to know that. He doesn't need to stop at fucking, oh, I have to go and what is the chemistry makeup? That's not his job. His job is saying, oh, this fuel will work in my scramjet and I'm building the scramjet. That's his specialty. So, you know, I need to figure out how to build a VLF radio receiver to detect lightning strikes. Right? That'd be fucking cool, man. True, because you can have it up in mind, but not be able to bring it out into being. That is correct. You know, Mr. Lazar mentioned in the Larry King interview the specific methods they used to find out the element was 115 of protons. Maybe they also would have known how many neutrons it would have. What he's doing is yeah, correct, and that's what they're saying is, you know, and they're telling you this is how they knew it was 115, but that's not Bob's job to sit there and count the, you know, I mean, you have to plug in fucking 115 protons and neutrons, and it might be it actually might be 114, or it might be 116. Who knows? That's if you're creating it, you know, plugging in naturally. You know, who the fuck knows, dude? I could smooth, or I could just buy one off of Amazon for $60. Want that that detects fucking sprites? I don't know about that. Well, maybe. Well, oh yeah, obviously after the fact, maybe. Element 115 turned out to exist. No, element 115 didn't turn out to exist. Element 115 was created synthetically in a lab. It's a super heavy metal. It had to be created in a lab. It simply doesn't exist in our solar system at all. Could it exist somewhere else? Absolutely. The elements, like the periodic table of elements that we have that we find here on Earth, consist are created when a solar system is first created. So when this solar system was first created, all the different elements and stuff will gather together and gave us our periodic tables. In different solar systems, say in a binary system, when their solar systems are a binary star system, when their solar system is created, you can have different elements that we know exist, but simply don't exist naturally here. But due to whatever gravitational fields and other plasmas and shit that are around, there are elements that could exist naturally. These are theoretically, that's all theoretically. Have you chopped up any UFO lately, bro, with your laser? Rob, no, I have not. But I've burnt all kinds of cool shit, man. Yes, from reverse engineering, like there's minerals on moon, not here. That was from Susie. I just want to sneak into Area 51, go to Papoose Lake to find those hangars that Bob mentioned in S4. You know what? Now, this is fucking interesting, you guys. Papoose Lake, all right? And this is the thing, motherfuckers don't realize, all right? Okay, so Papoose Lake itself is 10 miles across, all right? So it's 10 miles long or whatever, and like, I don't know, like 4 miles or 5 miles wide. So you don't even when you gotta think, oh yeah, Area 51 is, he lands at Area 51, but he had to drive 20 minutes or 20 minutes away. That's towns and towns over. There's a town that's 20 minutes away. I have no idea what's going on over there. They could be doing whatever. You wouldn't have a fucking clue. Papoose Lake, only half of it is restricted. Okay. So the guy who crossed Papoose Lake, that fucking German alien scientist, loves to say, oh man, he went over to Papoose Lake and he didn't see any hangars. Yeah, let's not forget, Papoose Lake is 10 miles long and half of it is restricted. The other half is normal land, okay? So that's the part that he walked on, not the restricted area. It's 10 miles, all right? They're literally fucking a town 10 miles. I have no idea what's going on over there 10 miles from here. So it's fucking, you cannot use that as a fucking piece of evidence. But I'm just saying, it is like fucking, you can go up, it's halfway like through it. So you could actually get really close to it, without them being able to do anything. I'd like to just kind of go and see what you could see, at least fucking fly your drone up, or something, but, you can get to the dry lake bed. So what happens if you get out on the lake bed and, just to keep walking, I don't know. Very funny. Didn't Bob Lazar claim to have a piece of element 115? Yeah, he did. He, apparently the way they were milling it, he got a piece of it. And I assumed that Bob was always okay, so I know this might sound weird to some people, okay, but I think Bob was more interested in studying a piece of element 115 and running his own experiments on it than he was in willing to give it to the world to show everyone that, yes, my story is true, because if he did that, then he no longer has it, then he can't run his experiments. But the world knows, but he wants to do his fucking, as a scientist, I could see it being so hard to give up something so fucking phenomenal to work with, dude. I would be like, it would be like giving up magic powers. How you're like, I don't know, dude. Fucking, it would be so difficult, dude. I'm, if I fucking if I caught a little UFO, say a little probe UFO, and I got him with a net, you motherfuckers wouldn't ever know, dude. That'd be the last time you ever heard this motherfucker again, dude. I would just sit there and keep it and rub it. I'd rub its belly like a Buddha. And I would just rub my face on it, dude. I'd purr and lick it. Oh, God, I love you, fucking probe UFO. And we'll just fucking squeeze it and tickle it. And none of you ever find out. Cloud chamber experiment, I could totally see that Bob wants to just examine himself. I can see, that's the thing, dude. Fucking, when it comes to scientists And I could tell you, like, any fucking scientist at you go to CERN, you go to fucking Caltech, you go to JPL or whatever, and they were like, and you're like, hey man, you could have a piece of alien material that creates gravitational fields. Here you go. You think they would ever like they would be like, oh, like fucking it would like I'll tell you guys straight the fuck up, dude. You if it happened to me, you'd never fucking get it out of me, dude. Not on your life, dude. If I got to experiment on it, dude, it would be me. And I can see this is why there's only like 22 people or like he says that work there, all right? Because just like those fucks, I would be just as fucking selfish. Yep. I bet I'm not, what the fuck's, I give Bob credit for telling people, but other than that, I would have been like, dude, shut the fuck up, dude. I would have worked there until the day I fucking died and would have been experimenting with everything, dude. Would have been a blast. Plus, if he presented it to the world, how easy would it have been to swap it out with some bullshit and call him a liar? Absolutely. He could have been like, oh, here it is. The thing is, to go and test a piece of element 115, where do you think you would have to send it to get it sampled, to get it tested? Where do you think you'd have to send it? Los Alamos? Yes, that's exactly where you'd have to fucking send it, dude. And they'd be like, oh, what element 115? What are you talking about? You didn't send this shit. Just like you didn't work here, huh? So he's like, yeah, I'm not giving up my fucking, dude, motherfucker, just wait, dude, just wait. Like 10 years, now motherfucker comes flying around in a UFO or some shit, dude. Fuck that. And then Kyle turned into Gollum. Yep, that's right. My precious, yes. I keep this fucking UFO, you motherfucker. Keep my fucking element 115. Just purr and love it. Like that, dude. Yep, it would have been swept away. That's right, man. Bob seen 9 UFOs at Area 51. Maybe, I don't know. He said there was 9 hangars. How the fuck you see 9 UFOs? Like, motherfucker probably saw one other one and pieces of a bay or something. Motherfucker, like, just the perspective. I don't see how you saw. Like, he knew that there were 9 there. Motherfucker probably saw the doors open and shit. Was like, he couldn't even tell you what some of them look. He's like, I don't fucking know. They're all kinds of weird shapes. He don't fucking know. Gone, and then I don't know what was here, right? You have to get a TSA to let you take on a plane to Russia, though. Yeah, right. I mean, but dude, I'd never fucking tell anybody, dude. And the thing is like he has not only did he somehow manage to get a piece of element 115, Bob was able to create a particle accelerator. Okay, he could actually run his own experiments on this stuff. Like I wouldn't have given it up either, dude. I wouldn't like, not on your fucking life, dude. Nope. Yeah, I got some, and I'm fucking testing it for shit, dude. And I'm doing some fucking badass experiments, and I'm fucking counting the fucking neutrons and protons and all this shit, and it's fucking taking time. I had to build this shit myself, all right? Why don't you back the fuck up, dude, all right? It's my element 115. Frankie Rowe, Mac Brazel, Jesse Marcel, all handed extra real UFO wreckage. No, they did not. Let me guys tell you guys something. The reason why they said there was a flying saucer, and I just found this out. This is amazing. The reason why they said there was a flying saucer is because Mac Brazel, some fucking hick on the ranch, came across it, said it's a flying saucer, went to town and started telling everybody it was a flying saucer. All right, and actually went and fucking and then he reported it to the air base. And their press secretary or whatever was getting calls from the press who were saying, we heard you guys captured a flying saucer, and the people were like, yes, we have the wreckage, blah, blah, blah. It was being implanted to them because of this guy going around saying this shit. What up, Gratch? Going around saying this shit and didn't fucking know what it was, a weather balloon. Until they figured out, obviously, Jesse Marcel figured it out. He didn't know at first, but they discovered what it was just pieces of a weather balloon. Now, Stanton Friedman, his book, Crash at Coronas, discussing the Roswell incident, and he points out that they have a file over 500 witnesses. The UFO supposedly crashed at Corona, New Mexico, which is about 70 miles from Roswell. They went to Roswell because Roswell had an airbase, not because it happened there, but it happened at Corona. Do you know how many people were in Corona in 1947? You guys know what the population was of Corona, New Mexico in 1947? Of course you don't. Nobody does. There was no census for Corona, New Mexico in 1947. The census for Corona, New Mexico didn't start until 1950, and they had about 145 people in 1950. So 3 years before that, they had there's no one there. And yet these motherfuckers, yet Stan Freeman's claiming, oh, I got 500 witnesses. Motherfucker, there wasn't 500 people in Corona. It wasn't even on the American census. That's how little the population was, all right? So don't fucking come and make up some bullshit. You got 500 people who just bullshitted your fucking ass and you believe them. That's what you got. That's what he fucking got, dude. You know, he got suckered into a fucking story by his fascination for UFOs, and it went to his fucking head, and you know what? And he fucked up, man. And he fucked up. That's all. You know, the fascination, and that's the thing. And you end up believing in bullshit. You know, someone sends him the fucking movie producer who's writing a movie on UFOs, sends him fucking secret documents, MJ-12 documents that aren't real documents. They're simply photos of these documents of the aliens having fucking communication with the humans and talking about fucking. I mean, it's so fucking, it's blatantly written by a fucking dumbass. You know, listen, I'll tell you this, okay? Stan Freeman might have been the best nuclear physicist in the world. A researcher, he was not. He let himself get manipulated and overzealous for his love and fascination of UFOs. All right, that's the problem. You know, I don't care. You can fucking study all the nuclear physics that you want. You know, that doesn't mean you know shit about UFOs. That doesn't mean you have any kind of understanding about it. You know, and obviously, he's not taking the fucking evidence for what it is. You know, these fucking documents are coming from the movie producer who is writing a UFO movie, but they're not real documents. They're just pictures. All right, man. You know, fucking Stanton. You know, if it is funny that Stan believes in the Majestic 12 bullshit, but goes all out on Bob Lazar. Absolutely, Mr. Blackspoon. Very good point, you know? And yeah, he believes in and the thing is, motherfuckers always talking about MJ-12. How many times read it? Read it. Read it first, then come talk shit to me, okay? Because the thing is unless you're insane, you're gonna read those in documents and be like, this is fake. Okay, this is a story for entertainment purposes. This is not fucking, this is for entertainment purposes, you know? This is not, it ain't fucking real, man. You know, the documents ain't real. Now, could MJ-12 group exist? Sure, why not? Okay, all I'm saying is these documents were clearly fake. Michael Reed is saying, Roswell makes me believe that it was a mechanical malfunction during a R&D and testing for the prototype that eventually led to the SR-71. The timeline is in sync with the end of operation of Paperclip. No, not even close, man. You're the SR-71. No way. Okay, so back then they would have been. That would have been well before the concept of the U2. All right, so this is going to predate all that. Was it related to malfunctioning of R&D? Sure, absolutely. I believe it was a weather balloon. I think they told the fucking truth, and a bunch of these idiots were, yeah. Smooth is saying SR-71, not in 1947. Correct. Excuse me. And so I mean, I doubt it could be anything like that. But I mean, Project Mogul, what the Air Force put out, which I can't fucking believe they did, you know, because they're trying to describe, oh, well, how come people were saying they saw alien bodies? I don't know. How come people were saying they saw a UFO when it wasn't fucking there? I don't know. So then they're like, oh, they were tested. You know what? Listen, when you have to explain the fucking, you can't ever win arguments with idiots. That's the problem, you know? And unfortunately, in the UFO world, there seems to be a fucking ton of them. you know, and you can't win them with it, and they just, you know. But so it's like, and even the army went stupid, or military is like, oh yeah, then it was some test dummies we were jumping. Motherfuckers, no one ever saw any test dummies. No one ever saw any fucking aliens. No one ever saw a UFO. Literally, the fucking news report. If you listen to the news report, go online, look it up on YouTube. Just listen to the Roswell news briefing. When a guy talks like this from crash of Roswell, I don't know why everyone in 1947 talked like this, but that's the time we talk. Yeah, connect me to St. Louis, please. I don't I don't know why they talk like that. That's what they do. When just listen to one of those newsreels, you know, because the motherfucker's like, even General Ramey, they're taking quotes from him. He's like, well, it doesn't appear to be a disc. It doesn't appear to actually be stable enough to hold an actual human in it. It's very flimsy, shoddy construction, tinfoil. There's no propulsion systems. They're like, literally, it was fucking balsa wood sticks and some tinfoil. They're like, how could any fucking, but then they didn't think flying saucers were UFO. Like, they didn't think they were like aliens. They were worried that they were Russian technology or German technology or whatever. You know, they thought they were somebody else's technology. The flying disc was like a something to spy with, you know. And so then they're like, oh yeah, they didn't think anything of like it was aliens or whatever. But you know, that's the truth, you know. But that way, but please don't down on my opinion. Well, what's your opinion? That it's real? I believe the weather balloon theory. Yeah, me too. You know, no, just the propulsion systems. I mean, oh, I mean, you know, I mean that's it's like I said, I believe it's a balloon for that, but I mean they could definitely be working on shit like that back then. But that kid screaming, "Mom, is she okay?" Now they're watching cartoon. I don't think I don't think an alien ever crashed. Oh, I think it's just a weather balloon, you know. Yeah, that's all it was, you know. And they probably thought UFOs were reconnaissance vehicles. That's correct. Good job, Rob. You know, that's what it was, you know. But yeah. So I mean, you know what? I'll have to put out a video on that shit because there's a bunch of evidence I found. I mean, I've really dug into it, and you know, because that was the UFO story, man. Uh, you know, so thank you, Susie. Yeah, so hey, what up, Qvid? But also, is it possible that the government recovered UFOs and stuff? Yeah, probably. Roswell is real. A piece of allegedly being studied at TTSA and more will be released in March. Roswell was not real, and whatever piece they're releasing, if it is a piece, was it from the same Roswell that we are talking about? um, you know, I love you, Purple. I love you too, Susie. Yeah, there's no way. You know, it was weather balloon. Weather balloon. Now, is that to say that the government didn't retrieve UFOs? No, I'm not saying that at all. I think they most likely did. And like I said, I believe Bob Lazar, and he said they had 9 of them. So, you know, but that's the truth, man. There's plenty of actual other. It's Roswell. Sorry, proof. Sorry, Bronco. It's not. It's not going to be the same Roswell you're thinking. You know, that crash in '47 with the newspaper clippings, all that stuff is a weather balloon. Now, if they got UFO from Roswell, then it was a crash we never heard of. But that crash. Read the paper. Read the paper. Everybody. What up, Frank Mill? Read the paper, the newspaper from the day, okay? From the day or when it happened, what they wrote in it. Go read what it says. What was the crash? What was the debris made out of? Sticks, tinfoil, tape. You tell me what UFO uses tape, Franco. Tell me. Tell me what UFO needs tape. What UFO uses balsa wood? It had tape. Flimsy construction. However, I've heard of plenty of crashes in New Mexico, crashes in Texas and stuff like that, that, you know, like a lot of different reports. And so I'm like, they absolutely could have had a crash in Roswell or anywhere out there. I could see shit like any, you know, fucking get a piece from it, whether it's from Roswell. And the thing is how do you, Franco, know that this is from Roswell? All right. If they're going to release it in March, they let you in on this secret information that it's definitely from Roswell. Sounds purely like speculation to me, man. You know, but if you want to go with the facts are the radio report said General Ramey said it was fucking tinfoil pieces of wood and tape. The newspaper said it was tinfoil pieces of wood and tape. This is how many reports said the same thing. Okay, that's facts. Whatever you're saying is speculation, and if it happens, God fucking help us all. I fucking love it, dude. That'll be the greatest day ever. And I'll fucking shout it to the moon, man. You know, but I mean, there's not that the evidence isn't. Not only is there not enough evidence to suggest that there was a UFO crash at Roswell, you know, I don't have any evidence to suggest that they have a piece of it. Somehow TTSA has a piece of it and is planning to study and release this analysis when fucking every other senator or fucking governor can't even get fucking paperwork on this shit. But somehow these guys got the actual material. It's got to be from something else if they have it, you know. Hey, what up, Dinkum? How you doing, buddy? No need proof. No, yeah, that's right, you know. It's not speculation, and that's all I can say till March. Well, actually, that is speculation because it's in March, which is the future. This is purely speculation, you know. So, I mean, like I'm just being honest, man. You don't act like I don't want them to have it. Don't act like that. Don't sit there and be like, oh, Kyle doesn't want them to have the Roswell. Fuck yes, I do, man. The evidence suggests that they do not. Because the evidence suggests that Roswell is in fact fake. And I would be real cautious about anyone coming out and saying they had crash material from Roswell. You know, like, you know, I don't know, man. I believe some major shit is about to hit, Franco. I'm not denying that, buddy. I'm not going to deny that at all. I'm sure some shit's going to go down in March. I hope it does. However, you know, this is that's a big leap. You know, that's a big fucking that's a big leap to say it's from Roswell, like the Roswell crash. No, you gotta understand, there was crashes in fucking Aztec, and there was all kinds of shit that they claim. You know what I'm saying? You know, so. Say we don't believe because believers get bumped off. No, they don't. Believers get laughed at. All right. Smart people get bumped off, dude. You know. Well, I mean, like it's really you know, from saying it's from Roswell. However, TTSA is a private company, so there's the possibility. And I mean, it's the one I hope for. You know, however remote it might be, it is a possibility, because being a private company, that's where the real fucking that's where the real advantages come in. You know, you don't have the same kind of you might not have the same funding. Okay, you might not have the same funding as the government, but there's a lot of red tape and bureaucracy you don't have to deal with. There's a lot of shit that can be handled under the table. There's a lot of shit that can be done with other countries that that America has sanctions on, that you know that the government could never work with, you know, but you could privately. So there's a lot of weird things. So it's like when it comes to that's why I'm like, you know, you're never going to get information from a freedom of information request. You'll never get anything from that. Anything that has anything to do with UFOs will be part private, guaranteed. So they won't be able to have, you know, they're not beholden to FIA requests, you know. What about Roswell Rock? It featured on Ancient Aliens. I thought the rock was really interesting that they did a crop circle on it. However, at I mean, whoever made the crop circle could have made that rock. uh, like it didn't really seem like something new. They didn't, I mean, you can't really date the rock, so. So like Franco saying, I'm a shareholder. Okay, so yeah, obviously they want to give you the shareholders are going to give them some fucking inside information. All right. Now the thing is, could they have gotten a piece of the material from somebody who had it, blah blah blah. Yeah, it's like they could have had a piece of material from Roswell. That doesn't mean it's alien, man. You see what I'm saying? Like fucking, what's theory on on why pyramids are all over the earth under oceans and stuff? I have no idea. When I lived in Zimbabwe, we came across a case in a small rural town of an alien-like creature walking around with some kind of backpack, and there was some kind of rainbow effect around it. This could be a gravity effect on light being bent and shifting a light spectrum. What story is that? That's fucking cool, dude. An alien with a black backpack and some kind of rainbow. That's fucking interesting, dude. Are they energy centers? I would assume so, just because it's a pyramid. But I mean, I have no idea. Yeah, like I don't know. Yes, we had 2 witnesses. Wow, that's cool, dude. Fuck, man, I want to hear about that story, man. If you got a link to any of the encounter or whatever, fucking send that shit to me. I want to read that. That's fucking awesome, man. Yeah, so like I was saying, Roswell could be whatever, but they say the same thing. The aerial school encounter, kind of. Yeah, like I heard like some of them, the aliens have hair. They saw like a black hair or something, and you know, a kid who was studying a security guy who got scared. Wow, dude. Rainbow effects. Wow, that's cool, man. Yeah, right. Something like that. Yeah, I see. I know now. I want to hear it because it reminds me of the aerial and school encounter. All right, you guys. Well, anyway, I gotta get off of here. Um, but thanks for joining me and sharing your opinions with everybody and all that good stuff. Make sure you go and support me on Patreon and all that good shit. Buy some UFO proof gear and fucking give me some money, food stamps, candy necklace. It's fine. Snozberries, whatever you got, I'll take it. Give me your crusty nickels from inside the console of your car. Okay. You can keep the Coke and pop and dirt on there. It's fine with me. Okay. All right. I love you guys, and I will see you guys next time. All right. All right, everybody. UFO proof out. All right. Later, you guys.